India clinch thrilling fifth test by 6 runs. England versus India highlights. Series draw 2-2. Relive India's thrilling 6-run victory over England in epic fifth test to level series. Live reporting. Scorecard summary. India wins fifth test by 6 runs, levelling series 2-2. England loses full wickets for 28 runs on day 5, resulting in defeat. Woakes bats with shoulder sling but doesn't face a ball. Listen to BBC Radio 5 Sports Extra reaction at top of page or overseas here. External https youtube.com/live/SA0GZOTTC. Live reporting. Matthew Henry. 1. India wins all-time classic to draw series. Published at 13:01 BST on August 4th. That was one of the most incredible endings to one of the most remarkable test series I've ever witnessed. Truly outstanding. If you need a summary, check out Stefan Schemilt's match report. https www.bbc.co.uk/sport. Articles CX279 YLGAO. From the Oval. Any best reactions and analysis are below. Published at 13:00 BST on August 4. Image source, Getty Images. England's men won't play again until September 2nd, when they start a white ball series against South Africa. Harry Brook will lead in that one, and many of these test players will feature. After that tour, they play more white ball matches in Ireland in late September and New Zealand in October. Then comes the big one. Their next test is the first Ashes test in Perth on November 21st. 3. Post, published at 12:57 BST on August 4. Image source, Getty Images. India legend Sachin Tendulkar on X. Test cricket, absolute goosebumps. Series 2-2. Performance 10-10. Supermen from India. What a win. 4. Post, published at 12:54 BST on August 4. Alistair Cook, ex-England captain on BBC Test Match Special. Winning crucial moments and getting into a position to win a game. The feeling England have now will drive them on. You almost have to lose games to win those next games, because you then know what the feeling is. 5. Host, published at 12:52 BST on August 4th. We only had 1 hour's play, but the drama was incredible. 6. I don't think I've seen two sides as spent. Published at 12:49 BST on August 4th. Sir Alistair Cook, ex-England captain on BBC Test Match Special. The fact we played on 4 totally flat wickets surprised me, but it's produced some unbelievable cricket. I don't think I've seen two sides as spent after a 5-match series as these two sides. Bumrah plays 2, loses 2. India win the 2 he doesn't play. It doesn't make sense, but that's cricket. For this England side, it's another step on that ladder of improvement. 7. India's test side, in good hands. Published at 12:47 BST on August 4th. Deep Dasgupta, former India wicketkeeper on Test Match Special. Image source, Getty Images. You're relieved that this India side is in good hands and going in the right direction. When you have Virat and Rohit and Ashwin retiring, Bumrah not available most of the time, you want to see the next generation step up, and it's so heartening to see they're on the right path. 8. Post, published at 12:44 BST on August 4th. Michael Vaughan, former England captain on BBC Test Match Special. Brook had that thought process that he wanted to hit 30 or 40 quick runs. What Harry needs to learn is in an Ashes series. In a similar situation, just win. I love the way he plays, his approach. At times, he's a genius. He plays the game in a fashion not many have ever played. I don't want to take away from his positivity and flamboyance. But in Sydney, if England are 2-1 up, dig in, Harry. 9. I wish I didn't play that shot. Brook, published at 12:42 BST on August 4th. Harry Brook, speaking to Test Match Special. It is a great advert for Test cricket. To rock up with a crowd like this today when we needed 30-odd runs to win is phenomenal. I don't think we could get support like that in any other series other than the Ashes. It has been awesome, the most enjoyable series I have played in. We have not left anything out on that pitch. We have been absolutely knackered. A very intense test series, but a very enjoyable one. On his second innings dismissal, I wish I didn't play that shot, but at the time I was very confident. If I got a quick 30 over the next 2 overs, then the game is done. That was my thought process. Obviously, I wish I was there at the end, but you can't write those things. In the back of my mind, it was to get as many runs as quickly as possible. I had every faith in Rooty that he would be there at the end. He is an absolute gun. He is an inspiration to many in the game. Hopefully, he is playing for many more years. We've got the 100 coming up. My first game is on Thursday. Fairly quick turnaround. Let's see how I get on. A completely different ball game. Go out there and work on a few things, and work on a long winter ahead. It is going to be awesome. We have a lot of cricket to be played. A lot to look forward to, and hopefully everyone stays fit. 10. Woakes in an immense amount of pain. Published at 12:40 BST on August the 4th. England coach Brendan McCullum on Chris Woakes coming out to bat. I was surprised he ran the byes. Good on Woakesy. He's in an immense amount of pain. He was never in doubt that if needed, he would walk down the stairs and try get us across the line. We will assess him over the coming days, get some more information, and work out what the plan is from there. 11. England will be battle-hardened. Published at 12:38 BST on August the 4th. Sir Alastair Cook, ex-England captain, on BBC Test Match Special. This England team will be battle-hardened because of these 5 matches. It has been a great series, and a lot of those questions have been answered. To win the big series and big matches, you have to win the big moments. 12. I'm looking forward to Australia. Published at 12:37 BST on August the 4th. Image source, Getty Images. More from Ben Stokes speaking to Test Match Special on whether England expected to win the match. I think so. Again, the extra pressure and all that stuff that comes with chasing down a total. We got ourselves into some good positions throughout the Test match, not just the last innings. To come within 7 runs of victory, it's tough to look back and feel anything but disappointment. On whether England are ready for the Ashes, I think there's quite a few members of this test group who've got a few commitments before that. There's the 100 and the one-day series against South Africa and Ireland. Then the focus is on the Ashes. Being captain of the team, I'll be thinking about that earlier than the others. The way in which we've been able to perform throughout the series, I'm looking forward to getting to Australia and doing what we want to go out there and do. 13. Post published at 12:36 BST on August the 4th. Deep Dasgupta, former India wicketkeeper on Test Match Special, touring England, 5 Test matches. It's one of the most difficult assignments in the cricketing world. These guys have fought till the last day. The series was on the line. For a young team and a young captain, you're starting with one of the most difficult assignments. And then managing to play as well as they did. It's huge for Shubman Gill and this side. 14. We're bitterly disappointed. Published at 12:31 BST on August the 4th. England captain Ben Stokes speaking to Test Match Special. It's been an incredible series. All 5 games going down to day 5. So much has been put into this series from both teams. The commitment and energy have been outstanding. Stood here now, we're bitterly disappointed we couldn't get the series win. But myself, being a massive advocate of the game of Test cricket, this series has been an unbelievable advert for it across the world. All the doubters saying it's dying a death. This series has said the opposite. India versus England Test Series Stats Analysis. Cricket fans, brace yourselves. This India-England Test Series delivered edge-of-your-seat drama, record-shattering moments, and a fair share of debate-worthy incidents. So why is everyone still talking about it? Because the numbers reveal just how incredibly close and controversial this contest really was. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. Behind the runs, wickets, and high-pressure situations, there were patterns, surprises, and missed opportunities that could keep any fan arguing for hours. Let's start by setting the scene. Over 25 intense days, a staggering 6,736 runs were amassed. 1,864 overs were bowled, and an eye-popping 41 catches slipped through the players' fingers. The series almost stretched to the limit, with India and England trading blows in a memorable showdown. Interestingly, this tour marked the very first time 2 tests in a single series were decided by fewer than 25 runs. Add to that the rarity of a 5-match series in which every test reached day 5, something that's only happened 4 times this century. And you get a sense of just how competitive things were. Both teams walked away with the scoreboard reading 2-2, creating a bittersweet blend of pride and regret on both sides. Statistically, you'd be hard-pressed to separate these titans. England posted a batting average of 37.57, and India squeaked just ahead at 39.77. When it came to taking wickets, England snared 88 at an average cost of 41.84 runs, while India's bowlers managed 84 scalps, averaging 38.38. These close numbers reflect a tug-of-war in every department. Yet each team had moments where they specifically capitalised, sometimes with the bat, sometimes with the ball. And this is the part most people miss. The changing character of English pitches. Traditionally known for favouring bowlers, the surfaces this series allowed batters to pile up runs like never before. To put it in perspective, the 6,736 runs scored is the second highest total in any Test series, only marginally behind the legendary 1993 Ashes. We also witnessed 19 century partnerships, tying the record for the most in any series. A jaw-dropping 21 individual centuries, something only previously matched during Australia's 1955 tour of the West Indies. If not for Harry Brook's dismissal on 99 in Leeds, that record might have been outright shattered. How did the teams do it? India notched up 12 hundreds, more than they've ever managed in a single series, while England contributed 9. However, their paths to success differed dramatically. England's opening duo of Ben Duckett and Zach Crawley gave them a significant early advantage. Their first wicket partnerships averaged a formidable 65.44, compared to India's more fragile 34.10. In fact, India's openers were sent back within the first 10 overs in 8 out of 10 innings. Duckett and Crawley were aggressive, scoring at 4.34 runs an over in the opening phase, while KL Rahul and Yashasvi Jaiswal, despite 400s, started much more cautiously at 3.36 per over. There were standout performers too. Ravindra Jadeja, batting low down at number 6 or 7, compiled an amazing 516 runs, the highest by anyone in those positions for this series, and only the 6th such instance in Test history. Even more remarkably, he crossed 56 times and was dismissed just once in second innings across 5 matches. But success for the batters meant punishing marathons for the bowlers. The series clocked a record 1,860.4 overs, the most in any English Test series this century. 14 team totals exceeded 350, and in 14 innings, the teams lasted over 80 overs, both unprecedented feats. England's bowlers were especially hard-pressed, sending down 1,052 overs, their highest in over 20 years, rivalled only by the Ashes of 2017-18. Captain Ben Stokes took the lead, delivering 140 overs, the maximum effort of his career, despite sitting out the final test. For India, Mohammed Siraj was a workhorse, hurling 1,113 balls across 5 tests, becoming, along with England's Chris Woakes, only the second bowler in the series to break the 1,000 balls mark. Siraj claimed 23 wickets, posting the best overseas strike rate ever by an Indian fast bowler, minimum 1,000 balls, just 48.3 deliveries per wicket. And this is where things get controversial. Fielding. Both India and England have developed a notorious habit for dropped catches, and this series broke all records since the introduction of ball-by-ball fielding data in 2018. A staggering 41 catching opportunities were missed. India alone spilled 23. Their highest in any series, and 7 more than their infamous 2018-19 Australia tour. Want another debating point? 3 of the 4 worst catching performances on record have now happened between these two teams. Does this reflect a pressure cooker atmosphere? Or is there a deeper problem in fielding departments? The drama extended even to the decision review system. Both teams managed to overturn on-field LBW calls just twice each across all 5 tests. Think that's par for the course? Or does it reveal nerves and indecision at vital moments? So here's your turn. Were these high run tallies and dropped catches a fluke of flat pitches and nerves? Or have both sides lost their edge in bowling and fielding? Should teams rethink their preparation for such long series? Drop your thoughts. Do you agree there's a growing crisis in test match fielding? Or is this just a statistical anomaly? Let's get the debate rolling below.